It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Trent McDuffie, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. Yeah. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you...
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Got a man, Bowers has it. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
But again! Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They'll run it for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Warren. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll motion him out of the backfield. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Doesn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Brown with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to it. They're working a couple yards past the line. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the second down. Back to the well again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. The Raiders go a nickel on this third down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Raiders and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying the left side with Warren. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. On target to Godwin. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now. Brought in left side by Godwin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 42. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
From the red zone now. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he goes down approaching that 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now we've got the first carry of the game for the rookie out of Arkansas. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They're going play action. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Raiders stretch their early lead to 9. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Brown with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Pistol now for Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. Completed to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice. Complete. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. 2nd and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Who set it down for him at the 38.
First down, Chiefs.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Chiefs face a 4-point deficit. That gives him a mark of distinction for this season. He's now up to 40 touchdown passes this year. And it's part of one of the more impressive campaigns that we've seen from an NFL QB. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game.
Chiefs 7.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll start this drive out 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Trying an inside give to Warren. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. On first down, they'll run. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Pressure coming from Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down throw, Mahomes. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first. Throwing again, Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And they get this down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup and it gives them the first down. Running back sent in motion. Another throw for Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. And he doesn't see. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound. But not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Called out a punt of 47 yards. And it'll be Raider football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to the air here. Complete. Complete beyond the marker. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, Warren. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go again with Warren. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Throwing now on first down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
3rd and long for him here. Caught by the open man. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now they'll throw out of the gun. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from the gun. Brought in left side by Godwin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Working inside the red zone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders. With it, 3rd and 2. They're throwing it. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
I just love to see that. I love to see the momentum created out of a great special teams play. Look at the fist bumps. Look at the little pats on the butt. Look at the little more juice this offense has now. Set up with great field position.
The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. All right, here we go, 2nd down.
Brings up second and 5. At the 38.
From the 38. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defense coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll throw to begin this drive. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Vegas first down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. He gets this one to Myers. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now. From the 34. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's about 43 yards for him. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One final shot before halftime. He lofts it deep left. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Herbert, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Justin Fields, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 20-13, the final score. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. He fields it from the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Chiefs ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 36. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into the hands of Worthy over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
To number 1, Xavier Worthy. Again at line. First down, Chiefs.
They kick the running back in motion. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. This one misses the tight end. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Simple dive up the middle. He's got the 1st and more inside the 25. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They go play action on 1st. On target to Godwin. Broke through the tackle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 37-yard line.
From the 37. Hauled in by Gray. And he'll get them enough for a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Shaq Thompson. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Warren once more. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sideline throw is incomplete. Should have been intercepted in all reality. Instead, 4th down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the lead stays at 2.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see his highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Finds his man Gray. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. So now here's 3rd and 5. Running back sent in motion. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And he can't escape this one. They get to him for a nice exclamation point to end this 3rd quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. This will be from 52 yards. Got all of it, and this is good. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play, and that's a Vegas 1st down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
They'll throw on 1st. Complete here to Bowers. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
And 8 yards to go.
Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Play action on 1st down. Throwing deep for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So 2nd down coming up. Still sticking with the passing game. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. This is Warren headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know this is normally a passing situation on your 3rd down chart, but not unheard of to see an offense keep it on the ground and try to get the first run in. In this case, well, it's clear that going to the air would have been a better decision. That defense was dialed in to make that stop.
46-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Brown with a return here. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. First down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's up across the 45 on a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
First comes in at the 42-yard line.
Warren here from the gun. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Chiefs' 42.
Dropping back to throw. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
Number 89,
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Now run with Warren. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10, looking to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
On 2nd down, Warren still has room inside the 15. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And in for the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders push the lead to 2 scores now. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Brown with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do.
Holding up, they're able to drop him. Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing from near his own goal line. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
So after we saw 4th down last snap, now we've got 1st and goal. Now a give to Warren, coming right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Again, the give to Warren. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd and long, and it leaves them behind the chains on 3rd. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders with a 2-score lead. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Warren. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So that flag is declined, and now that's going to force this offense into a 4th and goal decision. Amendola able to put it through. And that grows their lead to 12.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Brown with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Back to the air, Mahomes. Put the body on the line for his team. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Throwing again, Mahomes. He's got it near the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. Working inside the red zone. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Another throw for Mahomes. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
A couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away. I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Throwing now. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments, so win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs trim the deficit down to 5. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. The Raiders nearing a win as he drops to a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.